Hello, welcome back. So this is a dollar yen chart, 1 hour. In this video, we're going to put together a few ideas with the trading grids. Some you've seen, some you're familiar with. A new technique I'm going to demonstrate in this video. In the other videos, if you see grid basics, you see that on the grid here, all the green boxes are indicating support. And when we have a support, the rational thing to do is buy above the support to go long, to go up, because we're sitting on top of support. And the other videos, I believe I say it's a no-brainer, okay? And we're going to do something slightly advanced, a different technique using the same system, but just in reverse. And what I want to show you is here on the dollar yen 1 hour chart, why I decided to sell actually one lot or one position rather, dollar yen short on top of our support. Why is that? What is this? So if we look at our dollar chart, this is what I saw and why I chose to go counter. We were at the top of a band shade here, and for me personally, I like the idea of, if you look here on the chart, anytime I see the top of a band shade or the bottom of a band shade, I like to look at these as a very practical, safe, and strong support or resistance. And in this case, I saw the candle touching at the top here. In Eastern Standard Time, I believe it was somewhere past noon when I took this trade. So most of the morning movement and news had made its way out. So take a short position here at the top of the band shade, although it's above all the green boxes. Let's see what it did. Okay. Off the bat, our trade, there was a wick on the first candle where it touched the band shade where we made our short, and we broke our 1 hour support at 111.53. And this was good news for us because if you look there on the grid now, this is where we started our trade, and our 1 hour boxes here were both green. And then minutes after making the trade, we're already starting to test the top of this support area because we're at the top of the band shade here. So so far we've made our spread back, and we're 3-4 pips, 56 let's see, 56 to 52. You know, we're 3-4 pips into our trade. Things are looking good. Our strategy's working out for us, and then we find this not too long after. And remind you, the no-brainer trade when we're sitting on top of all of this support is just to simply go long. That's what the grids will show you. The strategy I was trying was a little different. I use it often, and here, it did go up 20 pips. So if you're in a position where you think, okay, well, I was going to risk 20 pips on this. This is, where you would get out maybe at 87. But you know where you are, negative 20 pips on the trade. At this point, right here, I added to the position at this candle right around here, simply because 90 was acting as a position. And if you notice here on our 1 minute box rather, when price started to touch below the 1 minute box, this box here moved up. Price sat right around here, was having to think about it. Then it thought about testing this 1 minute. So I added to that position right at 76 actually here. And you can see just a little while longer, we came down from 76 down to 49. So our original position had, from 56 to 49, and then our added or scaled in position from 76 to 49, and we ended up back below all of our support. And mind you, this is a 30-minute chart. So what we're looking at here is on a 30-minute chart, but we did come back down below all of our support, which was our original plan. My idea was to short here, work down below all the support with the green boxes because we are at the top of the 1 hour band shade. That's not exactly how it played out, It looked like it was at first. We started testing our 1 hour boxes and turning them red. Then the market acted exactly as we would expect it to. On top of all of that support, it did move up roughly about 20 pips. And just looking at, the 1 hour chart here, we had an earlier top. I was comfortable at adding to this at 76 right in this area because we had 87 on the approach and the big figure at 112. And on the 30-minute chart, we were close to a band shade at 90. And at this point, we made good on our trade. So we were able to add to our position, move back down through our support. As we saw initially, we take our pips off the table, and then we move on and we look for another trade. And here we're back to the 1 hour chart where we started, and here we are. We made our short here. On top of all the support, it did run back up, but it decided to come back down and respect this 1 hour band shade. And then price came down here, and then we're looking at our pips on the table, so we're going to take that. And that's just a different way to use the chart and the grid with support and resistance, but I'm just trying to show you that there's many ways to trade this, a lot of different opportunities for entries and exits and different techniques while we're trading this way. Now, after this trade, I immediately looked at the euro dollar quickly, and what I noticed again on the 1 hour chart was we had a high earlier in the day, and then price was up around in the same spot at 1997. And if you notice here, I was looking at the grid to give me some information, and I started to see that price at 1997, it broke on our 1 minute support, our 1 minute boxes, the big figure price. So I decided to go ahead and short at 1997. Again, after making pips on the dollar yen, I did have an idea of a stop or a pending order at 20 if price were to just kind of run up and test another 20 pips above the big figure. I'm okay with that. But here, because we were testing our 1 minute, I went ahead and took a position short. And here's where you see I added to my position that I put a pending order in at 2020 right here, in case that you see the top of the band shade here at 2022. So if price were to somewhere in Eastern Standard Time deep in the afternoon decide to run up and touch the top of a different band shade, so be it. We'll just have a order waiting, and I actually was able to close down my trading station from here and not worry about it too much. And then I think currently we're just sitting, prices moved down just a little bit, 1992. So the target here for me really is 85, maybe 80, because we have 78, 78, 79, 79. So we have a support here. We have a 1 hour box, which will probably move up, add to this area here. So just a nice way to just add another simple 10 pips on top of our trade earlier in the day that we had here at the dollar, our dollar yen 76. So just as a quick recap, with the chart and the grid, the information is always in front of us, and we just have to put the two things together. When I was looking at this dollar yen on the hour chart, remember, I always like the top and bottoms of the band shade, and because of this reason here, I expected the band shade possibly. There wasn't any news out driving the market any longer at this time. So I respected the top of the band shade, and the band shade reacted here, pushed down. So if we'd got to push through 49, we would have seen lower. But then the support did exactly what it's going to do. It's going to act as support. So the market decided to go up, fish around 20 points higher. And right around here at 76, when it broke the 1 minute box, I added to the position. And then once I added here at 76, 111.76, you see now our 1 minute boxes have moved down, and we'd reached the bottom of our support. which was basically our target to begin with when we started the trade. So the trade worked out. It just took a little extra managing. And then when all that was said and done, we had a nice trade set up on the euro dollar that showcased itself by making it available here on the 1 minute to see that price went up. We had a resistance here on the 1.515 an hour right at the figure. The 1 minute went up and touched it, just touched it, and then once it broke red, I took a position short, and my target's down here, back at the green boxes.